What is going on, guys? Spasmatic here, back inside Destiny, and today I'm going to be bringing you a Nightstalker review for PvP. And myself, I'm more of a gunslinger type person. I do not run Nightstalker in PvP or the Crucible, but I do know a pretty good setup to run with when you're using Nightstalker in PvP. So I'm going to go over my class setup for this and what to run when you're playing a Nightstalker in Trials of Osiris or the Crucible. So I like to run max armor with a little bit of recovery and a little bit of agility, like mid agility, which I think is the best thing to run with because armor is very crucial. You want to take as much damage as you can before you die, which I think is really important. So to start off with a grenade, I run the Vortex grenade because I think it has a really good combo with the smoke grenade if you have Envenomed. But Void Wall is really good to run as well. I don't really see spike grenades that much in Crucible, but you can run that if you want. I usually use Void Wall or Vortex Grenade. And for the jump, pretty self-explanatory. Run Triple Jump because it's probably the best one on the Nightstalker between higher jump and better control. So for the super, for Shadow Shot, I like to run Quiver because you get up to 3 shots with the bow, which gives you up to 3 kills if you can land all 3 Shadow Shots on an enemy. You can also run Black Hole and Bloodbound, but I think these two are better for PvE instead of PvP. And for the smoke grenade, I like to run Envenom, like I said before, because when you hit enemies with this and they are trapped inside the smoke, they'll be trapped in there. It'll be hard for them to walk out, and they take damage over time. And it is pretty good with the smoke grenade, or not the smoke grenade, the vortex grenade. If you put these two together, if you throw them at the same time at an enemy, they'll most likely die because they'll be trapped in the smoke, and the vortex grenade will do damage to them, or even more damage to them over time, which is pretty good. You can also run Vanish in Smoke if you want to go invincible and sneak up on your enemies. And you can also use Snare if you want to throw your grenade at a wall or anything, the floor, the ceiling. And if an enemy runs by it, it will detonate on them, do damage to them when they get hit by it. So, like I said before, for the pass and the ways or whatever, I like to run max armor, like a little bit of recovery and like mid agility because I think it is the best to run with. But you can run it whenever you want between these two columns. So for this one, I like to run Lockdown because you get double the grenade and smoke effect, allowing strong territory control. Like I said before, the smoke grenade and the vortex combo is pretty deadly if you get the enemy stuck in both, and it'll kill the enemy pretty fast. You don't have to worry about them dying. You don't have to use your gun. You can just throw it at them and then run away because they'll most likely die by being stuck in these smoke grenades. So I like to run Lockdown. You can also run these if you want, but I think this is more PvE because of Light of the Pack creating orbs. Unless you want to get orbs for your teammates so your Titans can get their Sunbreaker super faster than normal. But that's up to you. So for the last column, most of you will probably run Shade Step because it is really fun to use. And it also is really good if you're in close quarters and you're in a shotgun battle or anything. Shade Stepping out of the way is pretty useful. You can save lives if you're in Last Alive and Trials of Osiris. You can also Shade Step away if you're good with the Shade Step. But Keen Scout is also really good. It's like I don't know, it marks enemies for you so you know where they are. It's pretty good for sweaties if you know what that is. It's like a good players versus good players where they go hardcore in a crucible match and go on it and see whoever wins will win. And it's really good for callouts and sweaties if you want to tell your teammates where your enemy is. That will be really good to run with if you're a Nightstalker. So run with Keen Scout or Shade Step, probably the best ones to run with. So this is what I typically run for a Nightstalker if I ever am playing a Nightstalker. Also could run that Void Wall grenade, but I'm not forcing you to use this build. I think this is probably the best one to run with, though, if you are playing as a Nightstalker on your Hunter, but you can do whatever you want. So onto that is my setup for the Nightstalker. And for my weapons, I'll just go over this really quickly. My weapons and armor, I got the Hawk Saw, I got the 1,000-yard stare. I also use the Conspiracy Theory for a shotgun. I got the Truth. I also use the Ruin Wake, which is pretty good. Then I got the basic Iron Banner shell. I got the blue artifact from Iron Banner. I got the exotic cloak you get from Dead Orbit at rank 25. Then I got the raid boots with rocket launcher ammo and tech discipline. Then I got a 320 chest piece with sniper rifle ammo, which is good for my 1,000-yard stare. Then I got basically perfect roll gloves that I got from the normal mode raid with intellect discipline, increased melee attack speed, and increased reload speed with pulse rifles, which works insanely good with my Hawk Saw. And for my helmet, I got the Iron Companion mask that I got last week. I think it was last week from Iron Banner because this thing just looks crazy sick. So I also run the Dark Hollow Mask if I want to, and sometimes the Achlyophage Symbiote and regular Crucible, not trials because of the low defense, but it is really helpful when you run a Golden Gun. But this is a Nightstalker build, so do not run Achlyophage Symbiote. Oh yeah, Graviton Forfeit. This grants Shade Step. If you got this thing, you can also put in Keen Scout, so you do not have to worry about putting in or specking into Shade Step. So that's pretty helpful. But I really don't run much exotic armor. I don't know why. I just like running all legendary stuff, but that's just me. So that's basically what I run for my weapons and my armor, and what I use whenever I'm playing as a Nightstalker. So this will be a review of the Nightstalker subclass and what you should run, or a good build for it when you go into the Crucible or Trials of Osiris. So if you guys enjoyed, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later, back inside Destiny. Peace.